Hey everybody, I've been getting some queries about the gut toss protocol that was a part, just a very small part of my most recent book, TANDEN Revolution, and I just wanted to answer those quickly. It's just a small thing. This is just a little throwaway clip, but it responds to a bunch of emails I've gotten asking about some details of how to work with that. So the main thing people wonder about is the object, which I clearly presented in the book. That is a kind of a circular padlock. You can get that at any hardware store, Home Depot, whatever. It says master on it, kind of cheesy in this context, but there it is. That is the best object to play with. And it comes in two sizes, so you can play with the little one or the bigger one. The bigger one is like somewhere between 12 and 14 ounces, close to a pound. Now, and then people ask, well, because lots of people can do this, right? So it's like, it's not that big a deal to do it. The point of it is the training value of it. And there, I just want to emphasize quickly again that it's not a stunt, right? Because it's just a party trick that, so many people can do, right? Certainly anyone who's worked with Tai Chi, Bagua, Xingyi for even a year or so can easily do this, or even people who've never done anything, just do it as a beach party stunt. So that isn't the point. The point is to do it with the kind of focus, relaxation, and internal understanding of your own body that make it into a valuable training drill rather than a party stunt. So the best way to achieve the kind of almost like yoga, kind of yogic focus that you want to get the results from this thing is don't show anybody. Don't make it a thing like, oh, look, I can do that. I'm so stupid anyway, because if you say that, the next person is going to jump on the floor and do it better than you. Some idiot who's never even studied anything. You're going to feel like a dork. So don't think of it that way. Don't ever show anyone, okay? Unless you're a professional instructor and you think you can maybe add some value in terms of teaching people, there might be something to that. I mean, I learned this, 45 years ago, and I never showed it until finally I was goaded into it by a stupid email. So, but anyway, I do think it has training value if you approach it the right way, okay? So always bear that in mind. Don't show it. Don't make a thing of it. It's your private, strictly your private practice. And always stand. Do the quiet stand. Get up. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter if you can pop the little object or not, or how far you can pop it, or whatever. That doesn't matter. Just stand up afterwards, whatever you did, and believe that you got some value from it in terms of feeling yourself, understanding yourself, giving your energy room to play and explore. That is the tremendous energy training value of this drill. It's really quite a tremendous, secret, powerful drill if you can think of it that way rather than as a party stunt or a pissing contest, like you want to be able to throw it more than the next guy. It's just so idiotic, right? It's like I can brush my teeth a minute longer than you can. Meaningless. Okay, now the one technical point I wanted to make is people ask about the object. So what if you're just tossing this lock, the bigger lock, so easily and it's nothing to you and everything? So you can always make it a little more interesting if you put the two together. So you can get two of them and you tape them together. And then everything will be the same. It's just another way. You feel slightly more pressure. This is, I don't know, getting close to 2 pounds. I don't know exactly. But you'll feel that slightly greater pressure, and you can work with that and do all the things I'm talking about. Think of it as a protocol for relaxation, for understanding your torso, your ribs, every little bit of tension will affect how you feel when you do this. And that's the point of it, not pissing contests or making videos or anything like that. Okay? The stages of this are place the object, remove your hands completely from your body so that they're lying by your side. Don't try to cheat yourself, right? Because I told you this is a private practice. So don't cheat yourself by pressing down on the object and then giving yourself that kind of tensile spring force that will pop it off by sheer physics alone, just by pressing down on it. And you pop it off like a trampoline. That's pointless, right? Because you're cheating yourself. Don't let your hands be involved at all. They have to place the object, and then they quietly move to your sides, and their role is over now. The rest of it's up to your body alone, your torso alone. So place the object, that's step 1. Remove your hands, that's step 2. Then you need to inhale, all right? Now most people think, if they haven't worked with this before, they just assume it's a power exhale, right? Because we always hear in karate and all the things we admire so much that you exhale with power to break bricks and boards and things. No, this is not a matter of contraction and exhalation and forceful power. This is a matter of expansion, sensitivity, opening, and just a little tiny dash of internal power, okay? So then, so you inhale. Get a nice inhale, and then sort of ripple the air down gently from where you began to inhale as your nose, right? So take it from your nose through your chest and all the way down on the same single inhale that you began with, all the way down to your tanden, what I call the T spot. So you want to look in the book again to understand all that. You should have read the book before you even play with this at all. Get it down, get that same single inhale you began with down to the T spot, and then just relax everything so that the little dome that you created from bringing the inhale down there is collapsed. And then suddenly reinflate the dome. And that doesn't mean take a new separate inhale. It just means kind of use the relaxation and power you've achieved with your gentle, soft, original inhale, which you've now come to the end of because you can't keep inhaling forever. So the end of your inhale should be timed to the collapse of the little bubble that the inhale created as it went down your body. And using that collapse, it gives you plenty of room to just pop. You just launch the object up again. But you're going to have to be relaxed, and you're going to have to understand that this is much more conditioned on the inhale and has basically nothing to do with any sort of forceful karate-like exhale. Okay? So these are just some tips for people who've been asking me about this practice. Remember, it's a private practice. It's for the purpose of sensitizing your tanden area so that you will feel just oceans, massive torrents more internal energy. If you stick with this long term, just do it every day. Not to say, oh, did I get it an inch further than yesterday? That doesn't matter at all. In fact, you can even do it as dry fire, where you go through all the motions and yet you don't pop it off. You just form that dome softly and gently and then let it subside. So that's sort of like dry fire with handgun training, and it's actually extremely valuable to do it that way, just as good. So don't make this into a pissing contest. If you're a teacher, you have to make these stupid little videos like I'm making now, just to get people focused on the potential value of it, which I can then explain once I've shown you. So in this film, I just do my little normal, minimal calibrated toss, just like before, but with a slightly bigger object. And I always do the minimal toss because otherwise it turns into a pissing contest. Someone watches and says, oh, that's the most he can do. Oh, I can do, 3 inches further than that. Oh my God, it's just such a childish thing. So.
如此神奇的丹田弹抖，在实战中又有何作用呢？
哇，太极拳它讲的不是直线，如果你直线的话，刚好它顶得直，它而且很有力，你倒弹不出去，因为它的拳在打过来接触你的瞬间呢，要改变它的力点。
在对方袭来时，利用丹田弹抖发力应对，化解对方来袭，并施以反作用力。如果发力的时机选择不当，很可能造成两败俱伤。